Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today guys, we are reading a new book called Racing in the Rain, My Life as a Dog by Garth Steen. And guys, this might be a non-fiction book because this is a movie, and it might be filmed as a real-life movie. And guys, let's get started in chapter 1, and if I stop, the pages are really hard to flip sometimes, so yeah. Chapter 1. Gestures are all that I have. Sometimes they must be grand in nature. And while I occasionally cross the line into the world of the melodramatic, it is what I must do in order to communicate clearly and effectively in order to make my point understood. I have no words I can rely on because much of to my dismay, my tongue was designed long and flat and loose. It is a horribly effective tool for pushing food around my mouth while chewing, and an even less effective tool was making clever and complicated sounds that can be linked together to form sentences. And that's why I'm here now, waiting for Denny to come home. He should be here soon. I'm lying on the cold tiles of the kitchen floor in a puddle of my own. Oh my gosh. Urine or urine. I'm old, and while I'm very capable of getting older. Guys, do you know what he's sitting in? His own thing. You know what he's sitting in? It's kind of gross. That's not the way I want to go out, shot full of pain, medication to reduce the swelling of my joints, vision fogged with cataracts, puffy, plasticky packages of doggy Depends stocked in the pantry. I'm sure Denny would get me one of those little wagons I've seen on the streets, the one that cradled the hindquarters so a dog can drag his butt between him. When things start to fail, that's humiliating and degrading. I'm not sure if it was worse and dressing up a dog for Halloween. But it was close. He would do it out of love, of course. I'm sure he would keep me alive as long as he possibly could. But I don't want to be kept alive because I know what's next. I've seen it on TV, a documentary. I saw that Mongolia. It was the best thing I've ever seen on television, other than the 1993 Grand Prix of Europe, of course. That was the greatest automobile race of all time, in which Ayrton Senna proved himself to be a genius in the rain. After the 1993 Grand Prix, the best thing I've ever seen on TV is the documentary that explains everything to me, made it all clear. It told the whole truth. When a dog is finished living his lifetimes as a dog, his next life will be as a man. I've always felt almost human. I always known that there's something about me that's different than other dogs. Sure, I'm stuffed into a dog's body, but that's just a shell. It's what inside that's important. The soul, and my soul is very human. The door opens, and I hear him with his familiar cry. Yo, Zoe. Usually I can help but put aside my pain and hoist myself to my feet. Then I'll wag my tail, sling my tongue around and shove my face into his crotch. It took human-like wild power to hold back to the particular occasion. But I do hold back. I don't get up. I'm acting. Enzo? I hear his footsteps, the concern in his voice. He he finds me he finds me and looks down. I lift my head, wag my tail feebly so it taps against the floor. I play part. He shakes his head and runs his hand through his hair. He sets down a plastic bag and from the grocery that has his dinner in it. I can smell roast chicken through the plastic. Tonight, he's having roast chicken and an iceberg lettuce salad. Oh, and he says, he reaches down to me, crouches, touches my head like he does, along the crease behind the ear, and I lift my head and look at his forearm. What happened, kid? He asks, gestures can't explain. Can't you get up? I try and scramble. My heart takes off. My heart takes off. Lunges ahead. Because I can't. I panic. I thought I was just acting, but I really can't get up. Darn. Life imitating art. Take it easy, kid, he says, pressing down on my chest to calm me. I've got you. He lifts me up, he cradles me, and I can smell the day on him. I can smell everything he's done. His work, the auto shop, where he stands behind the counter. All day he makes nice with the customers who will at him because their BMWs, oh, expensive car, don't work right, and it costs too much to fix them, and that makes them mad, so they have to yell at someone. I can smell his lunch. He went to the Indian buffet he likes. All you can eat. It's cheap. And sometimes he takes a container with him and steals extra portions of the tandoori chicken and yellow rice and has it for dinner, too. I can smell beer. He stopped somewhere. The Mexican restaurant up the hill. I can smell the tortilla chip on his breath. Now it makes sense. Usually I'm excellent at keeping track of time, but I wasn't paying attention because of my emotional thoughts. He places me gently in the tub and turns on the handheld shower thing and says, "And easy ends." He says, "Sorry I was late. I should have come straight home, but the guys from work insisted. I told Craig I was quitting, and I didn't want him to feel bad about this. I wanted him to see obvious. This is okay for him to let me go. He's been going through so much. He's finally through it. He needs to not have me around to worry about anymore. He needs me to free him. He needs me to free him to be brilliant. He's so brilliant. He shines. He's beautiful. With his hands to grab things, and his tongue and that says things, and the way he stands and chews his food for so long, mashing it into a paste before he swallows. I will miss him and little Zoe. And I know they will miss me, but I can't let these feelings get in the way of the grand plan. After return to Earth in a new form as a man, and say, Enzo, say slow, and turn and walk quickly away. Do I know you? He will call. Have we met before? After the bath, he cleans the kitchen floor while I watch. He gives me food, which I eat too quickly again, and sets me up in front of the TV while he prepares his dinner. How about tape? How about a tape? He says. Yes, a tape, I reply, but of course he doesn't hear me. He puts in in a video from one of his races, and he turns it on, and we watch. It's one of it's 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 one it's it's one of my favorites. The racetrack is dry on the pace lap. Then, just after the green flag is waved, indicating the start of the race, there is a wall of rain, a torrential downpour. The engulfs the track. All the cars around him spin out of control, and he drives through them as if the rain didn't fall on him. It's like he had a magic spell that cleared water from his path, just like the 1993 Grand Prix of Europe, when Senna passed 4 cars on the opening lap, and these were four of the best championship drivers in their championship cars: Schumacher, Wendlinger, Hill, Prost. He passed them all like he had a magic spell. Denny is as good as Ayrton Senna, but no one sees him because he has responsibilities. He has his daughter Zoe, and he has his wife Eve, who was sick until she died. And he has me, and he lives in Seattle when he should live somewhere else, and he has a job, but sometimes when he goes away, he comes back with a trophy. He shows it to me and tells me all about his races and how he shone on the racetrack, how he thought those other drivers in Sonoma or Texas or mid-Ohio, what driving in wet weather is really about. When the tape is over, he says, "Let's go out," and I struggle to get up. He lifts my butt into the air and centers my weight over my legs, and then I'm okay to show him. I rub my muzzle against his thigh. There's my Enzo. We leave our apartment. The night is sharp, cool, and breezy and clear. We only go down the block and back because my hips hurt so much, and Denny sees, Denny knows. When we get back, he gives me the bedtime cookies, and I curl into my bed on the floor next to his. He picks up the phone and dials. Mike, he says. Mike is Jenny's friend from the shop where they both work behind the counter. Customer relations, they call it. Mike's a little guy with friendly hands that are pink and always washed clean of smell. Mike, can you cover for me tomorrow? I have to take Enzo to the vet again. We've been going to the vet a lot recently to get different medicines that are supposed to help make me more comfortable, but they don't really, and since they don't master plan in motion, Denny stops taking for a minute, and when he starts again, his voice doesn't sound like his voice. It's rough. It's rough. I don't know, he says. I'm not sure it's a round-trip visit. I may not be able to form words, but I understand them, and I'm surprised by what he said. Even though I set it up for a moment, I'm surprised my plan is working. It is the best thing for all involved. I know it's the right thing for Denny to do. He's done so much for me. My whole life. I owe him the gift. I'm setting him free, letting him rise up. We had a good run, and now it's over. What's wrong with that? So guys, chapter 2, I'm going to end this video right here. And guys, I hope you enjoyed. And if you're wondering what type of dog breed Enzo is, he is a golden retriever. And he's adorable. And guys, I hope you're having a good day and a good summer too. And guys, this is the end of the video. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment all down below. And guys, bye. See you next time. And don't forget to watch this movie too. It's a great movie. Bye.